In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about what I have done to repair and refurbish the dolls that I purchased in Jones, Oklahoma at the flea market or chicken barn sale or whatever you'd like to call it. I, in a previous video, showed the dolls that I purchased, kind of gave a brief overview of the condition that they were in, but now we're going to take a deeper look about some other issues that I found once I started, taking them apart to clean them. I have all the heads cleaned up and prepped. They are ready for new paint, new hair, new eyes, depending on the situation that they're in. So we will probably do some eye making next for the dolls. And potentially for I keep calling her Natalie Wood. She looks like Natalie Wood to me. But the brown-haired doll that was originally in the red dress, she is in need of some new eyes. Hers were sleepy eyes originally, but one of them was severely cracked on the inside, and unfortunately I don't think I'm able to repair that, and I don't know where I would buy replacements, so I'll probably just make her new ones that are inset and not sleepy eyes. So we'll go ahead and go over here and look at some of the smaller items that I've repaired so far. The first thing that I worked on repairing was the shoes. Both of these sets of shoes had the soles coming off, and I have just used the Gorilla Glue to secure them back onto the shoe. These two were the most difficult to do, but I did manage to get them looking somewhat decent. The white shoes were fairly easy. They will need a little bit more cleaning up, but other than that, the soles are back on the way they should be, and with gentle care over the years, I think they will last quite a while. So these are two of the smaller dolls that needed repairs done on the garments. I have cleaned the dolls already. There's a few scuff marks I have yet to buff off, but we will work on those. I washed all of the clothes on a delicate cycle in a garment bag and then dried them on a couple different cycles just to kind of dry them so that I could iron them. I did attempt to iron these two dresses, however they are quite small. It did not really work that well, but I think I've come out with a result that is acceptable. I did go through with fray check and cleaned up all the edges on the inside and outside of the garments. I have clipped off any threads that were hanging loose and reattached any of the snaps that had come off. And as you can see, they are looking pretty nice. I'm happy with the way these two turned out. These are the two larger dolls that I purchased. They are plastic. This one has strong legs and then just rotatable arms. This one does not have any articulation except for the hips and the arms and the neck of the doll. Once I removed the dress, I saw that she had this pretty big break here and on the inside of her leg. I have since repaired it with glue and some thin tissue paper, and you can see here's the crack on the leg forming. I will buff those down later and see if they require any painting, maybe epoxy sculpt put on, but for right now it's holding together. I got the legs put back in with the help of a hairdryer, so I just heated up the internal part of the leg here and then inserted it without hurting it. This one had the band was broken in this leg, and then this band was really, really old as well. So I removed both legs, found the pins inside, but then whenever I tried to remove the legs from the body, I ended up breaking the piece that goes inside of the body here. So I had to re-secure that and wait for it to dry, and then again used my hairdryer to heat up the inside so I could put the legs back in after I had secured them with new bands. So they are bending appropriately now, and they are strung with bands that should last her a while. That was really the only repairs I needed to make on her, and she doesn't have any visible breaks or scarring, so that worked out to my advantage. I did take an exacto knife and cut down any of the ridges that were standing up pretty high. I'll probably buff those out before I put clothes back on the dolls. But those are the repairs made on the two bigger dolls. Now we're going to take a look at the Madame Alexander dress that was on the doll. The seller let me know that her mother handmade this dress. It is very well made. The only thing I really did to it was I clipped down some of the threads that were loose. I fixed all of the raw edges with fray check and then just made sure all of the snaps were secure. Other than that, it really didn't need anything but a light wash, and now it is just as soft and vibrant as I'm sure it was whenever she made it. I did take the original set of undergarments and I just took out the seam, made a pattern, and I am basically doing a first draft of what would basically replace the undergarment she was wearing. They were very yellowed and made from a lining fabric, so they're coming apart at the seams literally. So I have just picked out a white cotton fabric with some pink stitching that matches the pink stitching on the blue dress. I have added a little lace detail, and once I get these put together, I think they will be a cute addition to her outfit. These are the garments from the curly haired doll. I did iron down the frills here just to make sure that they were laying properly. There is some discoloration on some of the bloomers. I believe it was from the blue dress we looked at earlier from the small doll. Thankfully it didn't get the, outer dress here. This dress and set of bloomers, I did not have to do anything to. I just washed and dried it. All of the threads and everything are pretty well taken care of. It doesn't have any raw edges. It really didn't have any stains or anything like that, so there's not much to say about this one. It's super cute, and I didn't have to do much. As you can see, this is the original color of the dress, and this is the faded area. I'm not sure how I'm going to correct it on this dress, or what I would need to do to bring it kind of back to its original form, or as close to it as I can. I'll have to research dyes and stuff like that to see if there's anything I can do to bring the, this kind of soft velvety material back to life. The undergarments and the apron look pretty good. They're still white, no stains. There are some threads that need to be cleaned up. That'll be an easy fix. This apron is worse for wear. As you can see, there are a lot of little tangles. You can see all the little snags that have come up over the years. It's still intact. It's still pretty. It's a little yellowed because it was on the outside of the doll, obviously. So I might just make a new cotton apron using the original trim and the original design of the apron and replace this one so that she has a new clean one. This dress, it looks so much better now that it's been washed and dried. It was originally kind of a yellowed cream color, but now I can see it is white. It kind of has a lining fabric here as the top and the lining for the skirt, and then this real pretty floral lace with a trim along the bottom. All of these ribbons need to be replaced. They're all fraying. So it has the potential to fit on a lot of dolls with this specific design, so I don't know if I use elastic. Is it going to take away from that flexibility? We'll have to see what we do with this in the future, but it did clean up really nice. And it is just, just a plain little summer dress, but it is super sweet, and I'm glad I cleaned up well.